Hello, super friends. This is another co-op video with Meg and Mike.
Hello.
She's the pretty one. Today we're going to be talking about Planet Hulk. I almost called it World War Hulk. That's the sequel. So basically what happens is a bunch of Marvel's biggest douchebags get together and shoot Hulk into space.
They are horrible people. What do we got? We got Charles Xavier.
Yeah.
We got Stephen Strange.
Stephen Strange. We got
Tony
Stark. We got
Reed Richards.
Black Bolt. He doesn't say much.
Now Namor is there, but he basically calls them all douches and leaves because he's like, "This is the worst idea ever." Why?
Table flip and runs out the door.
Basically a table flip. Yeah, because he's like, "This is a really stupid idea, guys. Like, if anything, this is just gonna piss him off more. And if he finds his way back, we're gonna be screwed."
Oh yeah, there's gonna be trouble.
Yeah, so Namor basically flips the table and leaves and goes back to the ocean.
So the whole impetus behind that is Hulk's been a little bit rampagey lately. I mean, who hasn't? He had destroyed a big section of Vegas, and then they tricked him into a spaceship and shot him up into space.
They basically told him that he was gonna go and fight something evil.
Yeah.
And they shot him into space, and then we're like, ah!
So what happens is, through, some Deus Ex Machina type writing, he winds up on a planet that's not uninhabited, which they had originally thought.
Yeah, to be fair to them, they thought it was an uninhabited planet with lots of game and lots of food, so he'd be fine and he wouldn't hurt anybody because there was no one on there. But somehow he got knocked off course.
What kind of game? Trouble?
No, not like trouble, like food.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he crash lands, he gets out, he's doing his whole Hulky thing. He's a little smarter than the regular Hulk, like, not your Hulk smash! I guess him and Banner had a little bit of an agreement, so yeah. Hulk's a little bit smarter than he usually is, and they get out, he starts being his hulky self, he encounters a whole bunch of natives of the planet, and stuff goes down.
Yes. Lots of stuff goes down. He becomes a gladiator, which is pretty cool, and he frees a whole bunch of slaves, which is awesome. And eventually, spoiler alert, he eventually kills the tyrant ruler of this planet and becomes the king, which is like, yay, go Hulk. He has a wife, everything is awesome. It's like, he has a really good thing going on. Everyone really respects him, they love him, they think he's amazing.
They fear him.
Yeah, he's got a little nookie going on with his wife, so I mean, that's always a good thing. And then, shit goes down.
It goes horribly, horribly wrong. As everything does in the Hulk's life.
Yes.
What winds up happening is the ship that he went there on had a giant bomb in it. A little suspicious if they wanted to send him somewhere uninhabited and just let him roam around and be happy. So they tried to nuke him.
It was like a fail-safe. They're like, if something goes awry, then at least we'll be able to kill him.
You can't kill the Hulk.
You can't kill the Hulk. Like, in the end of time, it's going to be the Hulk and Wolverine.
Yeah.
That is what the end of time is going to be.
Old and scraggly, just sitting there.
Old and angry. And just being like, we're just going to wail on each other until the end of time.
So what I really liked about this book is, of course, it's centered around the Hulk, who's one of my favorite Marvel characters. It's also very colorful, very good-looking book. It's
a great book, and it's got Silver Surfer in it. They also did a animated movie of it, but for some reason, instead of the Silver Surfer being the challenger for the gladiatorial ring, they made it Beta Ray Bill. I'm not quite sure why, but I love Beta Ray Bill, so...
He's awesome. He's the horse Thor.
I know. He's just amazing, and I love him, so I was happy with that, but I don't know really why they changed it from Silver Surfer to Beta Ray Bill. But
probably a licensing thing or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Or they couldn't draw silver consistently, so they're like, you know what? Horseman. Perfect.
Perfect. Works for us.
Yeah, it's a really good story. It moves along at a good pace. It's thick. Look at this. You could kill several bugs with this if you needed to. Thick book. Ends on a pretty downer of a note, but then they, him and his pals, because he gets friends throughout the book.
And the friends are not on the planet when it gets nuked, because they're off with these spikes, and they're trying to send them home, and so they come back, the planet's dead, Hulk is just sitting in the middle of this dead planet. His wife is dead, which, you know what, guys? Killing the Hulk's wife is never a good idea.
No.
Don't do that.
I'm kind of mad.
Yeah, so they basically were like, Hulk was like, you know what? This sucks. I'm super depressed. I don't want to do this anymore. And his friends were actually the ones who were like, no, you need revenge.
Yeah. You know what's great? Vengeance Quest.
And so that's when they decide, you know what, we got a spaceship. Let's head to Earth and put the beat down on these people who would dare to try and kill you and who killed an entire planet. So, I mean, good job, Tony and, like, Doctor Strange and
the rest.
Like, what the hell, man? You killed an entire planet. Nothing the Hulk has done justifies that.
I know, right?
Oh, I was so mad at the end of this book. I'm sorry if you can't tell. I was really upset at
You're
the end
really
of this
rooting
book.
for the Hulk, which is...
Oh, yeah.
You're just like, he was happy.
And
he
his
had
wife
everything.
is so badass. So badass. She is the coolest thing. She's got this power. She can take him on. Like, she can fight him, and they come to a stalemate. So, I mean...
They would have some good domestics, I'll tell you that.
And some crazy makeup sex.
Cracking mountains in half.
Yeah.
Gross. Yeah, so that happens. They come back to Earth. They're none too pleased.
No.
And then there's another book that follows that, which is
the World War.
It's pretty cool. He goes around taking revenge on everybody.
But he's really nice about it, which is funny because he's like, look, I'm in New York. Evacuate the city. Get all the innocent people out like you never did for me, and you guys come and take me on. And we'll make this fair.
Another reason why he's so pissed, his wife was pregnant.
Oh yeah, totally preggers.
Oh.
You just don't do that.
Not good.
What was wrong with you guys? Yeah, you really do hate, you're just like, Professor X, come on, like, you're supposed to be the good guys. What is wrong with you people?
Well, I think they go through the World War Hulk bit, and he kind of objective as well, or he chose to be a conscientious objector, which is why Hulk doesn't immediately crush his tiny human skull.
Yeah, it's true. And he goes around and he just confronts them, and they were like, sorry.
But he didn't do anything about it, so Chuck, you're just as bad as the rest of them.
It's true. You could have said no. You could have stood up to them or made them change their minds with your brain powers.
The only weird things about the World War Hulk that I didn't really like was there's a whole bunch of instances of, I could kill the Hulk, but I'm not going to because his quest is just.
And you're like, what? You can't kill the Hulk. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Kind of a cop-out, but
totally.
Pretty neat. Good art.
Great story.
Great story. Lots of Hulk.
Yeah. So that's our time for this week. Hope you enjoyed our co-op episode, our second one. And our next video should be Mike's on Tuesday. So this is a logical stopping point.